In the first clip, we explored a little of what embodiment is, and also we covered that body practice, the first practice of grounding. So how did that go? Did you remember to intentionally practice some of that? Don't worry if you didn't. However, the journey to developing your capacity and mastery in this area, just as it is in all areas of our lives, asks that we do commit to regularly and intentionally practicing things. And what that does is build a couple of really important capacities, that for sensitivity and of course ability. Sensitivity in embodiment is really crucial, as it means we can begin to develop our feeling senses more and sense into our subtler feeling aspects in our body. And that's important because it's also critical for ability. And the ability side naturally means just practicing rewires and reprograms all of your abilities with this, but it importantly reprograms your neural systems and your conditioned patterns, and it begins to make these new patterns, new ways of behaving, new ways of feeling, your new normal. It's like going to the embodiment gym. Sure, many of the practices that we're going to be doing are really super simple, and they might even seem a little obvious, but for that matter, so are bicep curls when you go to the gym, and they work, don't they? At a very basic level of understanding, being embodied means to be able to comfortably inhabit this whole meaty business of your body. Seeing you and this together for your whole of your life, it's going to be a pretty good idea, right? The M in embody is actually a prefix meaning in. So the word embody means in body. To be embodied means to be fully in your own body. Now, of course, you and your body aren't two separate things. They form a kind of inseparable, interrelating process of consciousness, self, and cognition. Scientists now acknowledge that thinking, decision-making, even math, language, consciousness, sense of self, and all of it, all our experience of the world, all arise from our embodiment. Okay, so there's a whole lot of facts there, and they usually tend to take us up into the old thinking box. So perhaps let's just take a moment to get a little more grounded and a little more embodied. Just take that moment, as we did last time, just to maybe feel your feet on the floor, feel your sittingness. Bring your awareness back a little more into the body. And as I've already pointed to awareness, today we're going to explore 3 types of awareness that are really important to understand for embodied practices. Now, the first is called exteroception. And if this is a new word and it sounds a little complex, then just pay attention to the extero part of it, which means exterior or outside. So that means what's outside of your body. Just notice what's outside of you. You know, what you're seeing, what you're hearing. I'll be in that, of course, at the moment. And most importantly, what you're feeling. So just feel how it is. You can feel the sense of your clothes on you. You can feel the sense of temperature. There's this sort of tactile contact experiences of the exterior world on your body. The next type of awareness is called interoception. So we had exteroception, exterior. Interoception means interior. So this is the knowing of your interior experience and your inside experience and how you feel inside. It, of course, means how your gut feels and the sense of temperature and whether you've had lunch and you can feel full or whatever all of that is that might be going on inside of you. But it can also mean more subtle sensing feelings, the feelings of your emotional inner world and so forth. And we'll get to that. Now, the third is called proprioception. And this one describes how you just know the body's position, the posture, the way it is in space. It's the fact that it's moving without actually having to look at it and register it consciously. This is a sort of internalized knowing as well. So it's a kind of interoception. So one way we can understand that is if you just closed your eyes and you raised your arms up beside your body. You just know internally that, oh, the arms are up beside the body. That's your proprioceptive awareness that's allowing you to know that. And that helps us with spatial relationships, with movement, all of that kind of business. Very, very important for our embodiment. It helps you to know where your body is in space, right? So perhaps right now, just shake the body out a little bit. We've just had a whole lot. What I'm going to leave you with is just a little tune-up on each of these that you can just work with over the course of well, between now and when you see the next clip. And just occasionally, just notice where your attention is. Very often our attention is just up in this sort of mentalizing process, this cognizing process and the thinking process, worrying, planning, predicting, all of that kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with it. You're never going to shut it off. But what you can do is tune up these capacities of awareness and become aware of what is going on. So even if you are up there and you really need to be up in the mentalizing space, perhaps just take a moment, take a breath. Just allow your awareness maybe to go into your environment. Because when we get into that mentalizing space, we really narrow down in awareness, don't we? You just soften the gaze a little bit and just become a bit more aware of your environment. Because your environment is always impacting on how you think and also how you feel. So get a sense of the environment, maybe tune into the interior, just get a sense of how it feels inside, the general moods, what it's like inside of you. You can still be thinking away. And perhaps also just get a sense of your posture, how you are, how you're sitting, how you are in space. You may even want to just gently rearrange your posture if that's more suitable for you, if the thinking's taken you into a whole lot of tension. So see if you can find a little bit of time in your day just to check in with that and make that your practice between now and when we connect again. Thanks for your precious time. See you in the next clip.